Hi there everybody. Today I'm going to be colouring in this mandala colouring book for adults. I actually got this book from a charity shop in Leigh-on-Sea, and it was £1 and it's brand new. And I honestly find the sound of pencils so in a pencil case, and the sound of felt tip pens. Incredibly relaxing when it comes to colouring in. So this book actually has quite a few lovely different pictures in it. And I have already bookmarked a couple that I'd like to colour in. So a few of them are quite detailed and a little bit too detailed for 1 o'clock in the morning. So the introduction. This wonderful colouring book features mandala designs of various styles and levels of complexity for you to personalise and make your own. The word mandala comes from the ancient Sanskrit language and loosely means circle, centre, or wheel. It's a simple geometric shape with no beginning or end, and it can be seen in all aspects of life, from the design of a snowflake to the sun in the sky. Although it sounds incredible, you can improve your well-being by colouring mandalas. Within its circular shape, the mandala has the power to promote relaxation, balance the body's energies, increase self-awareness, and enhance creativity and self-expression. By focusing on this activity, your mental state becomes calmer, your breathing and heart rate slow down, and the tension is reduced. The benefits to be gained from colouring mandalas are extraordinary, and there are no rules. Just let your imagination be your guide. Sounds very much like ASMR, don't you think? These are very beautiful, detailed designs. Lovely blackwork design. Another one that looks very familiar to a design I have in my living room. So I live in a Victorian house. It looks definitely like something we have on the ceiling. Mark a few designs I'd like to colour in tonight. So I shall start with this one, and to make it a bit easier on myself, I'm just going to put my glasses on because I am blind as a bat. These are my glasses. They're actually a pair of sunglasses, but I had them made into my prescription, because I like oversized glasses. I'm going to start with this mandala. And I think I'm going to use these chunky Stabilo pens to colour them in. They come in this little protective case to keep your pens nice and safe and organised, which I'm a bit of a sucker for stationery. So let's open them up. So many different lovely colours here. So I think with the mandala I'd start in the middle. And I'm going to start with, I think, a purple colour. So this one. That's quite dark actually. And I'm going to follow it with this lighter purple. And then finally, with this other purple. Now move to these next bits here. The yellow. go for a green. Just in here. So I've kind of gone from the purple emanating out into a red. And now I really want some blues around here. So blue's a very calming colour. Same with green, and reds tend to invigorate a lot of energy and emotion in people. So we've got a lot of red here to power you up a bit. And yeah, I'm just going to cool it down a bit behind here. So what I'll do, I'll start with the green and we'll slowly kind of blend our way out again. One thing I've noticed while doing this is that it's been a very long time since I've had to colour in, because I keep going out the lines. And I don't know how much of it I can blame on having had a nap earlier, and I'm still a bit tired. But this is kind of prime time for me right now. As I work nights. And I've just had 4 very lovely days off in sunny Southend. And it's very hard to go from days back into night mode. So found I've been very sleepy today, and when I got home I had a nice 4-hour long nap on the sofa, and then went back up to my bed and fell asleep again. And now I'm kind of awake, and I'll force myself to stay up till about 3, maybe 4 in the morning, and try and sleep the whole day through, because I have work tonight. So the main reason I'm getting back into my ASMR videos is that on my days off, there is always time for me to make these videos, because I'm a bit of a night owl anyway. I've just realised they're missing black out of that one. There should be black. I prefer the loneliness of night work. I get a lot of people asking me why I want to do it, and it's all I've ever done is work nights for 6.5 years now. And it is a big reason why my skin has aged so quickly, why I have permanent bags under my eyes, why I walk around like almost in a fart-like cloud all the time. You call it brain farts. Like I said, I enjoy the loneliness of night work. It tends to be quiet. And the nighttime brings out all sorts of fun and interesting people, which can and can't be a good thing sometimes, but I enjoy it a lot. So I'm going to go for this nice turquoise colour as I start fanning out into the blues. I'll have to apologise in advance if you hear a cat come in at all and whine. I have 2 cats. I love my cats so much. And the little one, Stiltskin, he's nearly a year old now, but he's very inquisitive, and he seems to know when I'm doing ASMR videos, because he will come in and decide he wants to chew something that he's never chewed before, and then when I boot him out, he'll come back in again and he'll moan, and he kind of goes like, ooh. And I know in my last ASMR video you could hear like this chewing sound, And I had a punnet of grapes on my desk, and I was recording on the floor, and he came in and decided that he absolutely must chew those grapes open. So I booted him out, and then you can hear him crying and recording, so I told him off, being a naughty boy. And then he came in later and decided that he must play with some coat hangers. And then sod's law, when I'm done recording, he decides to go downstairs and sleep instead. But I love him dearly, and I'd love to do a video of him in the future, and my other cat, Mogwai. But they don't tend to sit still for very long, especially Stiltskin, because he's so full of all this kitten energy. And yeah, there's never a safe time to record ASMR videos when you have cats. I mean, I have to record early hours of the morning. I'm sure you can hear the traffic. I live on quite a main road, and this is as quiet as it will get. During the daytime it's impossible to record because there is just so much traffic, and I have no quiet places in my house because, yeah, it's all quite noisy. But it sounds nice outside. I think it's been raining, because I love the sound of tyres on wet floor. It's a lovely sound. My camera seems to have decided that it likes to cut out at 25 minutes. This is a new one. But I have to work out why it's doing that. This is actually quite therapeutic, though the going out of the lines is slightly stressing me out. Like I said, it's been so long since I've had to colour in. Right, so I'm gonna, I think, go for these ones next. Yeah, I have all these ideas for videos I'd like to do. Quite a few of my friends are shocked that I do ASMR videos, because it still seems to be quite a niche thing, that you say to people that you watch ASMR and they're like, oh, do you really? I haven't met anyone I can talk to about it, 'cause there is quite a lot of stigma attached to ASMR. People see it as a sexual thing, as a fetish thing. And a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I don't agree with ASMR videos that are overtly sexual in theme, in connotation. I think that just adds fuel to the fire of that this is a sexual thing. And it's hard to get people to take you seriously as something that you relax to, or something you like to make, when others are profiting from selling their sexual madness, or I don't think that's even a word, but you know where I'm getting at. I just personally don't agree with it. It makes me feel incredibly uncomfortable, and like I said, it makes it harder to sit down and have a serious conversation with someone about this, because all they have to do is look at certain ASMR people and get a negative impression about it. And I don't agree with that. I think it's wrong. but it's a sad state of affairs in our society when sex sells more than people with talent. That a video where someone's got a bra on and they're sucking off a banana will get more comments and views and viewer attention than a video where someone has spent hours planning a script, working on special effects, all that editing, all those props, and it's kind of put on the back burner for someone performing fellatio on a banana. So yeah, like I said, it's a bit of an unpopular opinion, but that's just personally how I feel about it. But as I was saying, I'd love to do more videos with the sounds I really enjoy, because we all have sounds we enjoy, and I think a lot of the time you end up going through so many videos trying to find the right variety of that sound. So for example, I love hairbrushing so much, but I don't like hairbrushing on hair that's silky. It has to be knotty. The knottier the better, with a tangle teaser. And I find myself going through countless videos trying to find that right sound of hairbrushing. And when I do find it, you know, I'm incredibly happy I've found it. But I'd love to make sound videos of the sounds that I do really enjoy. And that is one of them. So I'd love to somehow perfectly replicate the sound of having your eyebrows waxed or plucked, the sound of the hairs coming out. But something I have to look into in the future. I'd love to do one with practicing my Japanese as well. I'm heading back to Japan this October for 2 weeks with my partner, and I struggle a lot with learning the language. I'm getting there slowly, but yeah, I find it quite confusing, to be honest. But I'm extremely excited to go back and eat all the yummy food I can get my hands on, genuinely. I'm a bit of a pig, but I love my food so much. And I'm really excited to getting go-go curry and okonomiyaki and kaiten sushi, grape Fanta, melon soda. So good. 美味しかったね. I'm excited to get these crisps. They're like Doraemon crisps. One of my subscribers on my other YouTube channel, she very kindly sent me a package of like candy and little Hello Kitty presents to me, and she sent these little Doraemon crisps. They were like these little puff crisp things, and they were flavoured with, I think it was soy sauce and mirin, and my god, they were just out of this world. So good. I ate all 4 packs in about 20 minutes. No regrets, only memories of yummy crisps. So that is going to be top of my agenda when I get to Tokyo, is to get these crisps and munch out to my little heart's content. And yeah, if any viewers want to send me food or have requests for food eating videos, please, I'm more than happy to spend an hour eating food. It's a big part of who I am. But yeah, it's going to be quite an exciting trip. We've been 3 times. 3 times? Yeah, we've been 3 times before. And we're spending a week in Tokyo. And then we're venturing out the second week. Because Japan is such a big place, and from watching a lot of YouTubers who live over there, and from our own experiences for doing a day trip to Kyoto, is that it's all so different there. Tokyo is one thing, but you go out and it's just so different. So we're planning to go to Sendai for a day, and I really, really want to go to the Cat Island, which is near Sendai, but we're just not going to have time, and my heart breaks. Apart from that, we're not entirely sure what there is to do in Sendai. We're looking at the moment. But if you have any suggestions, please feel free to comment them. And then after Sendai, we're going to Osaka for a day and a night. And the main place I want to go there is Dotonbori, which is the food street. And I want to eat as much as I can. I want to eat crab and dorayaki, and I want to eat mochi, and I just want to try all these dishes. And Osaka okonomiyaki, because it's meant to be a bit different. Same with Hiroshima okonomiyaki. And then the next day we're heading to Kyoto, spending a day and a night there. And we're going to actually go up Inari Gates the whole way up. So last time we went, we got there quite late, and having sightseed a bit, we got to Inari Gates and it was getting dark. We got about, I think it was about a quarter of the way up. And we had the most enlightening spiritual experience, which I think for my partner was quite a big thing, because he's very much a skeptic. He doesn't believe in the supernatural. He's a very sciencey man. And one of our friends said to us that when you're at a temple where you can throw your money in, is just gently lean over and you'll experience something you've never felt before. So we decided to give it a go. And it was just bizarre, this feeling. Genuinely so bizarre. It felt like a warm, tingling sensation sweeping through your body. And you could almost hear this white noise, but it was serene and peaceful. And we both leant over and came back, and we looked at each other like, did you feel that? That's just amazing. And my partner was actually going through his pictures the other day of our last trip, and he took a picture up the gates, and you can see this outline of a person. But when we were going up the gates, there weren't any people there at that time of the night. So it both left us just a little bit spooked, to be honest. But I love it. But yeah, so in Kyoto we're gonna go all the way up in Ari Gates, all the way to the top. And then we want to go to this bar called Cafe La Siesta. And it's amazing when you go on Google Maps to find out where something is, what you actually find while you're looking for this place. And we've found this bar just next door to it, where drinks are only, what would it be? 200 yen, yeah, so I think that's 200 yen. 200, yeah, 200 yen each. Which with current UK exchange rate is like £1 something, and they seem to do all these amazing cocktails. Because I haven't really tried a lot of cocktails, so I'm very excited. And yeah, then the next day we're I quite know I'm rambling about this to you, but it's filling the time. So the next day we're heading to the west, to a place called Oboke, which is in Tokushima Prefecture, and it's in the mountains, and it's a place called Iya Valley, and we're staying in this onsen hotel which is out of this world. It's costing a fortune for one night, but the views you get are just immense. And they are a tattoo-friendly onsen, which is hard to come across. So we're staying there for a day and a night, and the one thing that interests us in going there is yokai. Now my partner is very much into learning about Japanese folklore and spirits, and we were researching where there was exactly in Japan we could go to that was dedicated to yokai, and we read about Oboke, where they have a festival each year to celebrate the spirits, and they actually have a little museum there as well. So we decided that given the out of this world views that you can experience there, and the fact that it's just out, it's something very different to what we'd usually do, and that we've always wanted to go to an onsen but never been able to, it all just kind of clicked into place that we should go there. So we'll be doing that, but it's quite a little journey away from Kyoto. I think it's about 3 or 4 hours away by train. And then finally, on our way back, I'm a little bit obsessed with cats, and I love going to cat cafes when I'm in Japan. Ideally, I'd love to open my own one day in the UK. That'd be amazing. But yeah, so there's a cat cafe in a place called Himeji, and it is, from what they claim, Japan's only black cat cafe. And I love black cats so much. My kitten, he's all black, and my older cat Mogwai, she's a tuxedo. And just, black cats have a very special place in my heart. So I found this cat cafe where it's all black cats, and they all wear these little tiny bandanas so you can tell them apart. So cute. And I said to my partner Josh that we're going past there anyway on our way back. Is there any chance we could stop for an hour or 3 so I can go meet these cats and tell them how wonderful they all are? And he's agreed. He's a good guy to me. So we're on our way back, we're stopping at this black cat cafe, and I'm hoping on my other YouTube channel that I can actually vlog my whole trip out there. and share my experiences, because I think this is going to be our last Japan trip for quite a while, which sucks, but unfortunately life and commitments get in the way. So yeah, we'll see. And the rest of the trip, yeah, it should be fun. We'll be over there for Halloween, and I'm still trying to decide what we're going to do as our Halloween costumes. I keep saying to my partner it would be quite funny if we went as the, I think they're called popcorn, from Takeshi's Castle, the guys with the rainbow ponchos and the bowler hats and the moustaches with the little maracas, and they go cuckoo cuckoo cuckoo. And I don't think he's really up for it, to be honest. And then I said, what if I went as General Lee? So I think for a lot of people in the UK, that Takeshi's Castle, especially in the early 2000s, was almost like a rite of passage into getting into Japanese culture, because that was the only really thing you had on TV to expose you back then, aside from like card captors and Pokemon and One Piece on TV. But at this current rate, I don't think I'll be dressing up for Halloween, which kind of sucks. So when you dress up at Halloween in Tokyo, if you're going to gigs or clubs, you tend to get quite a nice little discount for coming in dressed up. But I'm being dragged to M3 as well, which is a big music event. So that will, I think that will be fun. Right, so I've got the pink done here, and I'm just going to fill it in with, I think, some purple. So yeah, now you know that when I come back from Japan, I'm probably going to be about stone heavier. And that's just from the food. We also like to drink when we're out there quite a lot. They have something called nomi hodai, which is all you can drink. And yeah, we rinse it. We get shit-faced quite quickly on it. And it's amazing because you'll be sat there eating chicken, or yakitori or something, drinking all this chuhai and highballs, and just, yeah, they get to a point where you don't even know what you're drinking at that point because you're just so drunk. And then you just start randomly making conversation with people, and next thing you know, after like a few whiskey highballs and beer at happy hour prices, you suddenly become fluent in Japanese. It's bizarre. All the things that you can't actively remember or bring to the front of your memory and conversation, you're suddenly blurting it out like you always knew it. I'm also excited to my 100 yen bargains. So it's the Japanese pound store, but they do such good stuff in there. And I've researched one that apparently does animal themed kitchenware. So I really want some cat themed stuff. So I said to my partner, we're going. Like, no if and or buts about it. We're going to this place to give in to my needs. He is very patient with me about it though, which is lovely. I always have to go back to Pure Land whenever I'm in Japan, which is the it's Hello Kitty land, pretty much. I always have to go meet Hello Kitty. I always have to get pictures with her. And this will be our 4th picture with her. I always have to buy something cute there. I always have to hug all the mascots. And he happily comes along with me. He's very patient. He'll even pose in the photos with Hello Kitty. Which is, it's very good of him. He doesn't have to do that. And there's a massive Hyakuen store as well, where Pure Land is. It's in a place called Tama Center. And yeah, I love a bargain, genuinely, so much. And yeah, he happily puts up with me getting all excited over stuff I don't necessarily need, but because it's less than £1, I absolutely must have it. I'm just going with an orange and fill in the gaps here. And then next on my list for travelling is South Korea, which once again is mainly for the food. I've become very, very obsessed with kimchi recently. I'd never actually eaten it, and I tried it, I think it was Christmas time. My dad came over from Brazil, and we went to this okonomiyaki place in London, and they were serving kimchi, so I thought, might as well try it. And it was actually really, really tasty. So since then, whenever I get a chance to buy it, I do. And I went to this local Asian mart near Josh's house, and they were selling kimchi in there. So I bought about, I think it was 18 quid's worth of kimchi, all of which will be eaten, and lots of kimchi flavoured noodles as well, because they are the best. But yeah, I'd definitely love to visit South Korea. I'd also really love to visit Singapore, and I really, really want to visit America. I have a lot of family who live in America. I've got cousins who live in Florida, in one of the, I don't know if it's Fort Lauderdale or it's one of the forts. I've got family who live in Texas. So I think if I was going to go to America, I'd love to definitely go and visit them. But I know America is also a very big place, so it's probably not as easy as just going to Florida and then going to Texas. I also really want to visit New York, and I want to try, this all links back into food with me. Probably doesn't help that I forgot to have dinner. That's why it's on my mind so much. But yeah, I really want to do kind of like a junk food tour. Like have an American McDonald's, an American KFC. I really want to try Taco Bell, a Wendy's, a Popeyes. I want to have a proper sub in New York, and I want to get a coffee and a bagel in Central Park. I want to see the phenomenon of like no roundabouts, just intersections, and everything's blocks. And yeah, I really just want to explore it and see it all. I also think the American accent is amazing. Just fascinates me, especially New York accent. I have all these preconceptions about how they talk. I wouldn't mind visiting Australia as well, but the size of their insect friends does put me off ever so slightly. I don't think I have a hoover head big enough to deal with some of the oogie boogies they have coming out of their wilderness. Thinking I might have to go down after this and make something to eat because my tummy's rumbling so much. Should have had dinner, but I was too tired. Just a few little patches here. And just finish off with the orange. think I'm gonna have to probably invest in some Crayola pens. But they were only ever good for one thing, and this is like a little bit of 90s nostalgia. For most of you guys who are 90s kids. So you used to use them on your Barbie's hair to colour her hair in. And then you could just run it under cold water and her hair would go back to blonde. So good for that. I was reliving a little bit of my 90s nostalgia the other day with a song on YouTube that actually came with one of the Barbie dolls I used to own, which was Working Out Barbie. And I looked on eBay and I was very, very tempted to get a sealed one, just to have as a kind of reminder of my youth. And then watching all these old advertisements for all these Barbies from like 95, 96, and you're like, oh, I remember those, I had that one, I beheaded that one. Let's finish it this bit of orange here. Right, we're getting there. So I think we'll move to red for these ones again. I'll just go for a darker red. And then finally, I think I'm gonna finish up here where I started with purples. Kind of a circle. Oh, and I just realised I've missed a red there. just going with a lighter purple as well, just to fill in these little gaps. This one's done, and I've just got to finish colouring these ones. So I think what I'm gonna do, purple. I think maybe green is needed here as well, actually. Those ones, and we've just got to finish. So I'm just going to use a dark green to dot in the middles here. And I'm going to finish up with a light green just to colour in these little borders. So we'll start here. 3. And 4. Just put my pens back. Right, that's all done now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. And any requests you have for future ASMR videos, just leave them down below. You take care, guys. Bye bye.